ain't the truth. These niggas ran on me when it's time to shoot. Motherfucker friend, got them bitches at my crew.
Yeah. Hi everybody, it's Ebony JB and I'm back with another video and I'm super duper excited. I'm very excited to get into this album drop. Freddie Gibbs sold separately his SSS album. You know, a really big drop for me. I love Freddie Gibbs and I haven't reacted to him in some time. Seeing some great features here. I'm seeing Anderson .Paak, I'm seeing Raekwon. Music Soul Child? Yeah, let's get into this.
Yeah. You feel me? We rented out the whole top floor. Let the VLs in the dope. You just keep on the MF, just my bitch strap on the floor. They call me what's up again. Dropped another album, Cocaine Rabbit got him shook again. Every nigga you with us, so you against us. They try to play us cause the jazz is
Wait, sorry, I'm not taking. Freddie's going off on one, and the production has got this sample, and then it's going down, doom, 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 and then it's like, what? There's too much for my poor little mind.
The album Cocaine Rabbit got him shook again. Every nigga you with us, so you against us. They tried to play us cause the Jacksons barely came to visit. I still wish them well because I love the niggas. Bulletproof the fleet, I'm in these streets, but it's hard to touch a nigga. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Had the little brother, had the, you know what I'm saying? Pee-wee, how many years of Pee-wee, you know what I'm saying? Show you how small he is, you know what I'm saying? Compared to the big rabbit, you know what I'm saying? The big lord. Different jack. They said I couldn't do it.
Sing better than that, so why is he doing this scrawny voice? I don't know why, but this is giving me some Kanye kind of vibes, kind of production. It's a kind of sampling Kanye would do, and the way that it's been made into like this kind of chirpy, kind of almost churchy like track. And the whole aim of the song is saying, you know, they said it couldn't be done, so they couldn't have won, so it's like defeating all odds again, kind of sounding a bit like gospel church, like beating all odds, you know, having God on your side. It's that kind of sampling kind of track. It's been manipulated to that kind of positivity and that kind of, I don't know, energy that it feels like how Kanye would sample or create a track. I love it. I absolutely love it. It just gave me that kind of similar vibe. Couldn't be done. An interesting start to an album. It's making me think, what is this album gonna be? I mean, the album cover has got, you know, the rabbit, you know, famous to Freddie Gibbs, looking at, I don't know, looking at Armageddon. Like, I don't know what that rabbit's looking at. Like some kind of extraterrestrial spacecraft has crashed. The sky is falling. So, and then we've got this start of the album sounding so like church-like, sounding like so prosperous. So it's really interesting, but I do love that track. The sampling, the beat is crazy. It gets you pumped. Oh.
Jack, you know what, Al? Thinking, you know, who would you screw? Black forces, so his brain ain't leave a stain on my shoe. Let's go talk together like dope and soda. Put that shit on nation. My calculation on coastal notion. If I smoke ER, let's go talk, nigga. TB12 from the streets to the cell. Bitch, I bail all well. Got the AK Jeff Fort when he hit Gaddafi up. Blackest in the room, I can't niggas hit Clarence Thomas up. My cousin lived in Flint, she been sick since they fucked the water up. I start the drama up. Black suits and black curses, limo service, pick your mama up. Checked out Omelette at 50,000 like I'm E-sale. Sitting on the truck to pack too big to do the meat sale. Tried to kick that cup up. See them bitches, they be worried about a nigga body count instead of counting up. Monkey auto with the float caps on the new black, got him mounted up. Listen, you juicy, I fuck these verses up. Main train, kick dope, shorty, you just a burglar up. My pistol in my body, make sure your surface up. My pistol in my pillow, I sleep amongst all the murderers, nigga.
Yeah. Cannot lie to you, Blackest in the Room is an instant favourite for me. Definitely up there in my top 5 of the album so far. I haven't even heard the whole album, but I know this is my top. It gives this kind of smooth, dark, jazzy cabaret vibe, like if you was in a jazz club late at night, but not those like, you know, popular, highly endorsed jazz clubs. Those jazz clubs that are very, you know, all jazz clubs are very low-key, but you've got more popular ones and more under-the-cover ones, more hidden ones, more discreet ones, and this feels like one of those discreet, black, dark out, you know, dim lights jazz clubs that only a few people know about, only a few people have access to. It gives that kind of black, dark, mysterious energy.
Gotta make that money, man. You the sing now. Gotta make that money, man. You the sing now. Some dinner and drains, but I don't trick off on the lane. Bitches, if you heard about that hoe, then I can't be feel your pain, cause know that we fucking the same bitches. Multi niggas I never stay. I was drinking and getting planning on the empty stomach. I was blowing my life away. Never come through top fast and on blade. Popping cops stash and get paid. Using rappers like a laundromat. If I be watching all the cash that I made. Same line, gotta make that money, man. That money, man. Still the same line. Gotta make that money, man. That money, man. Still the same line. I get money, gotta get the maze. Bought the Lamborghini, could've bought the Billy cause I had a better taste.
I'm not really loving Offset on this so far. I'm not really loving it.
I put diamonds on my wrist, singing Fantasia. I pull up to my hood in a coupe.
Does it make sense for me to say that this track is either going to be Freddie or going to be Offset? Them together for this type of track didn't work as well so far. What I'm hearing is like, it's either I'm going to hear Freddie on this track only, or I'm going to hear Offset on this track only. But Offset coming in on for a verse for the feature was a bit, it just threw me off completely kind of thing. I think like it's either going to be Freddie with a different feature or just Freddie, or this is just going to be Offset's track. They could have come together for a different instrumental, I feel. This one doesn't like kind of blend them together very well or make them seem harmonious.
Mansion 20,000 square feet with 7 acres.
Pain and Strife, it's pretty good. I like it for Freddie's bit. Offset's bit throws me off. Like Freddie's like kind of nonchalant singing, gonna make that money, man, and like the layering, I like that bit. But overall, the first two tracks have been a lot better than that track. So yeah, I'm gonna move on.
Could get the bag, nigga post on the block, we can slip the bag. Got you serving the neighbors, they stiff a bag. All I know is yeah, yo, in them zipper bags. All I know is yeah, yo, in them zipper bags. Get my money so heavy, can't lift a bag. Yeah. Thugging and fucking on bitches, cause that's what I feel like. No, but some drink, I don't feel right. All I know is could get the bag, nigga post on the block, we can split the bag. Got you serving the neighbors, they stiff a bag. All I know is yeah, yo, in them zipper bags. All I know is yeah, yo, in them zipper bags. Get my money so heavy, can't lift a bag. Yeah, I got an east side hoe, chopping out a house with some east side blow. Smoking, hey, you come up on the keys that low. Hit my Mexican and do them on at least 5 more. Till the option is back to the east side go, to the east side go. If I don't have me some dope or some drink, I don't feel right. All I know is to get the bag. Nigga post on the block, we can split the bag. Got you serving the neighbors, they sniff a bag. Get my money so heavy, can't lift a bag. Yeah.
The thing is, I really love that the low bass of this track. I love the somberness of it. Freddie talking about all he knows is the zipper bags, all he knows is that lifestyle, you know, that's all he's ever known. So it's a somber, low track, and I like that. But I feel like Freddie's voice is really loud in it, and I didn't get to enjoy the instrumental with him as well. Like, I feel like other tracks I've heard has been a perfect balance of his vocals and the instrumental. I'm hearing both. But this track, it felt like the instrumental was swallowed by Freddie for most part of it. So that kind of limited how well I could hear it. If I listened to it again, maybe on AirPods, it would sound a bit better. But off my speaker so far, it just felt like a bit out of balance, his vocals and the instrumental. But I did really like the track. Besides that just made it slightly difficult to digest.
Gotta be tuned up, nigga with the muggy diamond, they never could fool us. Backstage at the show, these hoes gon' choose up. ATL to the shot, these hoes hit it in and I'ma get it leaded. If the pussy on the speed, then it's pimpin' undefeated. Once I seen the hoe in person, knew the bitch was overrated. Knew the shit was hella different with the filters and the mega. Too much, 42 a nigga sick, too much. I done hit another nigga bitch, too much. All this dancing with Adidas, mama knew I was a hustler in the stomach as a fetus. I'm back and forth the court and now I'm ballin' out with peace. Molly calling me a cheater cause I feel in love with Keisha. You feel me? True be told, I'ma always show the real me. It's chilly, buzz down, creeping with the matching Richard Millie. Flyer than a
Too Much is playful, it's fun. I love the bounce and the way that Freddie kind of skips on the beat in his verse. Moneybagg then kind of echoes that in his own verse. I love Moneybagg, and I feel like this was a really good duo and feature here. So yeah, Too Much is a really enjoyable track. I feel like it's got that young, youthful hip-hop energy. And yeah, it does its thing. I'm so sorry, but why is the track called Lobster, Omelette and it features Rick Ross?
And then was still in my starter jacket and my shoes. They laughing at me at my school, so I move like I ain't got shit to lose. A dirty faucet. When I shot that bitch in the chest, man, I knocked his shoulder out of socket. Fuck a degree, I'm whipping diesel, no direct deposit. Last year, let a nigga bust down her. She got a nigga now, she can still get dick. You would take away the rap shit today, throw the whole shit away, and I'm still get rich.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm excited for Rick Ross. This track gives smooth, cruising elegance. So Rick Ross, you know, he makes or he features and hops on the most elegant, you know, rich sounding tracks. And this really sounds like a cruising elegance. You know, it sounds like you're in your convertible and you're cruising. You know that kind of part of America where like it's like the hills and there's like the narrow road around the mountains and it's like, you know, you can just drive around and it seems so endless and you're just driving around the mountains. It seems like that kind of imagery right now, but not daytime. Maybe sunset. Yes, sunset, those mountainous hills, you're in your convertible. Yeah, let's go.
Niggas come to conclusion, checks can come in concurrent. Shooters on the maneuver, really as a deterrent. And me singing melodic, the diamonds, such a fiend for them watches. Dollar signs in my car.
Oh, he's just got such a rich, velvety voice. Like, it just, Rick Ross, he just got this rich voice.
On the beach in the mansion, no boy got him a pension. Pistols pulled in the panic, you can give me my sentence. Boss.
Something ethereal about this track because it sounds like a bunch of aliens in the background going E.T. and his family hopped out in the back. And it gives an like galactic ethereal kind of vibe to the track as well as a richness and an elegance. So I love the production of Lobster Omelette. I'm not quite sure why it's called that still, but I love that track. That's a favorite for me.
Yeah. Cocaine City, cold as a dope fiend titty. Selling FREDDIE so I can front up in the 850. Something in the SS where they gon' fake you, hate you, underrate you. That bitch gon' always turn around, yo. That's the crazy thing about them tables. Nothing but drug mules in my stable. You either I'm bad on my luck. This know we came straight off the bluff. I taste that shit and I gotta rush. I had to stop drinking that lane. That shit was fucking up my gut. Gunfights is situated. Wonder if I'm headed for hell and my soul obliterated. Neighbor kids just hit me. They mama just sold the refrigerator. Ballin' them insane. One-way gang. I'm with the mob and them. These niggas lame, they say they gang, but they don't claim it off. I know the feds, they know my name, my pictures in their office. They just that man.
Space Rabbit is giving that galactic feel again. It's continuing on from Lobster Omelette with that kind of ethereal, intergalactic kind of production, a bit trippy. It's again linking to this kind of fallen UFO on the cover. So I guess there is supposed to be a running theme of like otherworldness, out of space like energy here. And it's definitely been very obvious in these last two tracks. So yeah, I really do like Space Rabbit. Just FREDDIE going off, and there's nothing you can really say wrong about that. He's great at what he does.
Beef till it turn and miss me, and I'm with a mob. Order bolognese, nice with the balls. Pussy better not stink. King Conqueror, good author. Promise we could forever. However,
Confused with this track, but it's a good confusion because it's got this kind of like Latin strings going on in the background, and then it's got a kind of doop, 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 like 90s kind of beat, like early 2000s, late 90s kind of hip hop irregular beat kind of thing, something that, you know, Missy Elliott or whatever would be kind of be that kind of funky kind of beat. It's got that as well. It's Anderson .Paak, so undoubtedly there would be a little bit of funkiness to it, but yeah, it's just it's really quirky and I'm liking it.
my paper working order. However, it happened.
Janitor, I'm carrying them keys. Gave out credit for this dope. I'm cashing paycheck with my fiends. Back in the gap, but I hit that crack. I serve.
However, it happens. I feel no pain. This is late. Blowing past, getting cash, driving off with some gangster shit. When fuck with us, find your neck in the strangest twist. I might change Danny Angel, the ball will swish. A simply the monster click. Don't talk money unless you pull out a monster brick. King Conqueror.
Feel No Pain is very quirky. In fact, the beat even reminds me of an Aaliyah track, and I'm not quite sure which Aaliyah track it is, but the beat pattern, it reminds me of a certain Aaliyah track. But Feel No Pain is very quirky, very funky, very different. Having Raekwon on there with Anderson .Paak is a weird fusion, but I think it does work. yeah, and it's like it gives a different kind of cultural vibe as well because of that kind of Arabian kind of sounding strings. So it's very different. It definitely stands out from the rest of the album.
I sent it a mile away, but you know, I don't hate you, I love you. It's not my snitching, I pray that my premonition misses. A lot of shit, it broke my heart, but it fixed my vision. Use your mama pot to make them grams lie. We was it out the street shit, almost fucked up my potential. When this rap shit bringing more enemies than friends, they out to get you talking like indifferent. A lot of shit, it broke my heart, but it fixed my vision. Carbon, that's my dog, I bust a slug for him. Me and Jesus did I needed to know. Back in them days, I used to have to take a G for a show. I put that hair on my block, they had the weed in the coat. Now they can't play with me. Treated Virginia Street like 2300 Jackson Street. I rap myself about the G. A lot of shit, it broke my heart, but it fixed my bitch. Thugging in.
I really like the lessons spoken about in this track. I feel like if hindsight and like basically just reflection was a track, it would be this one, which is why it fits its title, Rabbit Vision. Seeing things in hindsight, that vision is like crazy vision. That is like superior vision because it's vision of the past that helps you with the future. It's one that we all experience and grow through. So, you know, he refers to himself as, you know, that rabbit. He's got that vision. He is reflecting in this track and really taking a minute to absorb experiences. You get that all over a really nice regal beat. And it's fitting that it's a regal beat because now that he's looking at things in hindsight and reflecting, it has lifted him higher. It has put him in an elevated position like a king would be. So yeah, very conclusive and well put together track.
Pretty boy smile, jumping off, I got the knob for the love. Smoking that formally involved with the pole.
Yeah.
10 toes down, never call on the floor. So, with the word, can't call that hoe. Look, you told me they ain't having enough to charge that hoe. Pippin' your slut, that pussy bust. Cadillac, pills up, hoes down, nigga, full flat. Trying to get money out of me, fuck that. I'm on the same shit, I'm trying to put you on the track. Kept a take 9, kept Tony in the dollar. Look at 10 nigga, man, we been on some pimp shit, been on some robbing. Gang, 3-6, get my hoe to set him up, a free brick. Told a nigga never trust, a free bitch. I'ma break off because they keep these bitches on my nuts.
I love it. It's giving a really lo-fi kind of hip-hop vibe. The sample is great. It gives a kind of freaky, cheeky undertone to it. Freddie Gibbs flowing on here was just flawless. I really like DJ Paul's contribution. All in all, it's just really great. Like, really great track. I love it. Like, that's actually probably one of my favorites. It's up there, you know.
Yeah. Space Rabbit. Yeah. Dropping every jam on me. Yeah. I pray the Lord put his hands on me. Yeah. Got me cuffed on that ambulance, nigga. Ain't no solving no murders. Welcome to Murderland. Send a hit and scratch off a hit. Bitch, I'm the murder man. Pray the Lord, put a nigga's hand on it when it ain't the truth. These niggas ran on me when it's time to shoot. Motherfucker friend, got them bitches at my crew.
Yeah.
That's why shoot me and kill me over my dark skin. Man, this game got me dark carded. Smoking drain like an alcoholic, don't get me started. I thought we put my shit, they might hit it, bitch. I'm the murder man. That nigga put his hands on me. I'ma pop another bottle and pour one out for your dead on me. Hey, baby, I'm just knocking boots. I knew you wouldn't fuck with me if I didn't have no loot. Cause I'm the one that puts a hard line. Tell me what bitches know about hard time. If these tummies might shoot me and kill me over my dark skin. Man, this game got me dark carded. Smoking drain like an alcoholic, don't get me started. Plans, I pray the chopper never jam.
Yeah.
I pray the chopper never jam. Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Dark-Hearted, if it was released before, I never caught it, so this is great. I'm happy I'm hearing it within the album. Really great track. I cannot lie to you, it's yeah, whoo. There's a somberness to it, but I feel like somber is the wrong word. It's more of like a, I don't know how to say it. It's sad. It's more like a, but not sad, like eerie sad, like, you know, lonely sad kind of feeling. And I guess that's what the track enabled him to then talk about. It enabled him to talk about, you know, his dark-heartedness, the harshness of what he's experienced, how he's experienced it alone, all these things. But the track was the perfect backdrop. It was those keys, the lowness of it, yeah, and just the rawness of it all together is perfect. Definitely up there.
You feel that? Feel my down there raps. Yeah, down there raps. Yeah. 12 on the chase, I jumped out, I crashed the Rango to my down ass bitch. The one that never fuck up a snitch. I gave her probation, yeah, not send her stomach. After the case, she wiped her Instagram and changed the number. Damn, bitch, thought we was gang. I would've killed for it. Ex nigga got you engaged. Yo, homie, Grable, tell that nigga you'll be home soon. Whipping hard, that's a hard sale. Bet I won't pay them bitches back, I play my cards with the cartel.
So many RNs I done made, waitresses I done saved. The blow drop off for bitches who ain't learned to braid. Matured, you know I play it fair. Just leave an extra key so I can weigh it there. Bribe money so your boyfriend wouldn't lay up there. The summer sun, I am the street dream. Nas with the come bun, jury supreme team. Anchors is done and hung. The dope is
yeah.
Hottest nigga in the room, you ain't a killer, you a
Cartoon. Yeah, this is cold.
I saw you with your homie Grable, tell that nigga you'll be home soon.
Yeah.
I won't pay them bitches back, I play my cards with the
Cartel. Yeah, let's go. Pusha T, I mean, of course he left the best track for, you know, Pusha T. This instrumental is amazing. It's kind of sleuthy, actually, that kind of run. It's kind of like it's tiptoeing. It feels like a kind of sleuthy track. So it feels like, you know, Freddie Gibbs and Pusha T are really kind of, you know, deviants here, really low-key undercover in their mischief. And the way they cruise over this track, the way they flow over it, is an ease, you know, it's an ease and a suaveness in this mischief. It's come so easy to them to just do what they're doing. So it's I don't know if this is making sense. My mind is all over the place, but this track is just a favorite.
Came out, and I can't write my raps because my tears might flood the page out. And we've been on the road for like the child support subpoenas. That deadbeat daddy, that's how they try to pay me. And that's a shame because those that know me know I love my babies. Raven was a rat, she scratched the things out. I ripped that big VL, I brought them T's and them insanes out. You open that back door against the gang, give me a bang out. The numbers is jumping. The reaper ain't no sleeping when you juggling both. My amigo told me fuck that rap shit cause that shit was a joke. Lambo can't get me in the booth, I get my hair running both. I get to take the pain out, and if I wasn't high, I'd probably try to blow my brains out. And Gary Streets was cold, but I'm the one that made a lane out. When H got caught with work, he never snitched and gave my name out. Was never gonna see him after that Europe shit. Nigga, we was broken, we was share my food. I hate to breathe, had to get killed for us to get back cool. A nigga stressing, so I numb him with drugs, liquor, and tables. I smoke a op to take the pain out. Pull up on your block and hey, yo, Rari or your range out. They caught me at the light and sent some shots, I sent some change out.
It's coming, so fuck how you feel. You should save yourself, please. It don't align with what you want or what I need. You don't deserve the right to part of me. You could tell whoever back.
Yeah, Grandma Stove is very sincere, very intimate track. It's chill production, which allows Freddie to just kind of do, you know, his kind of expose that he wants to do, you know, and there's some deep stuff that he says there. Like, he makes it into the hook, but he's saying, like, he's getting high, and if he wasn't high, he'd blow his brains out. That's a deep bar, and he's saying it so casually here, and he's like, Music Soul Child at the end was a nice, like, kind of sweet ending to it. You know, his voice was very sweet and subtle as well, so it kind of drew all that kind of deepness and darkness, if you will, to a sweeter close.
I did this album on pages, ripped out my diary. Confessions out the box, man, it's a cold game. Shortage on the dope, now this Fetty funding the campaign. Serving big rabbit rose, big rabbit champagne. But that fuck nigga made it, I'm on my last days. Youngest do a murder for clout and they posted on their page. CIA, they gave us crack, Instagram and names. Brain smoking. Remember them nights when I was broke, I cried on Erica's shoulder and now my tears froze. Man, I'm just being open. When I ain't fucking up the county, had no art on my yet. I was rapping and hoping. Still cracking, I'm in the rap game. Shot him, but that fuck nigga made it, I'm on my last days. Youngins do a murder for clout and they posted on their page. CIA, they gave us crack, Instagram and names. Afraid cause
that saxophone run in the back is so beautiful. This track is Really great production. I do really like it, and I like the rawness. I like the topics that Freddie Gibbs addresses here. Gets a bit more political in this track, and I like that.
Yeah. Mama said it would be days like this. When the police was gonna raid like this. When the shit was in my brain like this. Yeah. Yeah. Chicken wet, triple threat, to roast a fuck a test. Love, my Uncle Sam sold me them yams, government issue grams. Grandma got her taxes back, I can trap out the grand.
I like the kind of extraterrestrial production of the doo-doo-doo, and I like how it kind of like makes the track feel a bit more extraterrestrial, a bit more alien-like, kind of playing into that theme that's been running and trickling a little bit throughout in the album. You know, that kind of space rabbit theme. So I do like the ending, or the bonus track, Decoded. Soul sold separately. I feel like it's a very, as much as there is tracks there that embody a lot of deep bars and notions and realities, it does feel more fun. It does feel a little bit more carefree than other albums from Freddie. It does feel like for the most part of it, he did sit down with a few artists, have a good time with them, create some good tracks with them. So I feel like there is a lightness to this album, even though, you know, the cover is dark, the title is even dark, and there's dark tracks in there. I think it's lighter than other albums in his discography. Yeah, those moments of lightness and, you know, that lightheartedness is quite appreciated, because there is of course some heavy stuff that Freddie raps about. I mean, there's always heavy stuff that Freddie raps about, but there's albums where he does it loads with like barely any brightness, and then there's albums like these where he's given a little bit of both, a little bit of his fun and a little bit of his trauma, if you will. So I do like the balance. It's really not what I thought it would be. I thought it would be possibly maybe a little bit darker, and I thought like it would maybe have a bit more of an evident alien galactic feel to it, but it doesn't. It's kind of, it trickles in there a little bit, like a kind of minor theme, like say the general, what umbrella to put this album in, what is the main kind of major theme, I don't know, but I do know the minor theme, production wise and instrumental wise anyways, is that there is this kind of alien sci-fi intergalactic otherworld feeling in the productions of many tracks. And then yeah, that kind of doomsday, Armageddon, end of the world vibe that the cover gives, and the fact that the title speaks about the soul being sold is captured in Freddie's kind of dark evaluations of his life and the world. So I feel like we get that doomsday element, we get that fi element, we get that fun element. It's doing a bit of everything, this album. And because it's doing a bit of everything, I can't say particularly it's doing like amazingly well in something. It's kind of being a jack of all trades, this album. It doesn't have that many boom tracks in comparison to his other albums. In a creative sense, it's making sense, but other albums have made a bit more sense. So rating wise, I feel like creative sense is like maybe 75% there. Boom tracks, it's got a decent amount. And also, did it take me on a journey? No, not really. Didn't take me on a journey really. It has a decent amount of boom tracks, and it's got some creative sense. I'll give it, this album a 7.5. In comparison to his other album, he's done more conclusive albums creatively, and albums that literally have no skips, like literally all boom tracks, all amazing tracks. So I'm just comparing it to what I've digested from him in the past. But it definitely was an enjoyable listen. So thank you guys for watching my reaction to Freddie Gibbs' new album SSS, Soul Sold Separately. If you like this reaction, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button down below and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys all